Hi everyone, this is kilzhot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead and Random Things live number 3. So we've been doing this for 3 weeks already. Came as a little bit of a spin-off, keep us busy when Walking Dead was not on television, and now it's blossoming into a lot of good chat, a lot of good conversation, and some interesting topics, some generated by you. We won't necessarily go line by line, and I got a few other things that we're going to talk about. So start to prepare your conversation, your topics as we shift from topic to topic. So just want to say what's up to everybody. Glad you guys joined us on this Monday night. At least we're making it Monday night this week. I know I had to cancel last week and we bumped it back to Tuesday. But I see a lot of people in the house. So what's going on? Moderators, Moody Girl Bree, what's up? Jake, Carl Jordan, CJ, what's going on? Living Dead, and Maboon, good to see you back. Hey, 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 what's up, Sierra? So appreciate all of you guys being here today. We're going to jump around because there's just some things that we've been talking about. I've seen some of the chat, a few of the conversations, and then when you guys type something really intriguing, I pencil it down because I want to talk about it a little bit. If everything has come through loud and clear, just throw a 999 up in chat for me. What's up, Tobin McLeod? Lindsay Luke, what is up? We will talk about random stuff, and we will talk a little bit about The Walking Dead, of course. We always kind of veer back. Jill McGuire asking, you're getting a shout out already. We're not even in shout out central time. But I'll give you a special shout out. What's up, David? Fred Bear is back. Alex Castro. Larma Carter. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you guys all being here. Once I get a few of the confirmations, we're going to roll into some of the topics. What is up to the 999 Army? All right, we're good to go. We're good to go. Rebecca from Texas, good to see you. So if you guys don't know what we do here on Random Things, we just we talk about a few topics. Here's a couple of ground rules as usual. If you type something in chat, I'm more than likely going to call on you. I'm going to read it. So if you don't want to be a part of this video, do not type anything in chat because it is open season. If you guys can all slap that like button, that would be awesome as well. And when this video goes live, we'll run it about 45-50 minutes, and then about 10-15 minutes afterwards, if you guys get over there and leave your thoughts and comments on that as well, too. I want to say what's up to Sin Miller. Sin, I missed you on the last shout-out yesterday, but I'll make sure I'm going to shout out a little bit early today. So wanted to start out with one of the topics here, and please, if you guys have additional topics, type it up. I'm going to read some of your stuff as well. Peace, Dove. What's going on? So we're going to start out, if they weren't stars. So I know that there's a big following, a contingency on the 999 Army page. Obviously, Norman Reedus is popular. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan, popular as well. Jerry with Ezekiel. I saw someone say, and look, I'm not hating on Jerry at all, so don't think that. But someone said, Jerry looked like a big cuddly teddy bear. And it just got me thinking a little bit. Jerry's famous. If you saw Jerry at Baskin Robbins, are you going to walk by and say he looks like a teddy bear? Don't dig too far into this just yet. But Negan the same way, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I just want you to get your mind working a little bit. If some of these people were not stars on TV, would you view them any differently? That's my question. So I want to open it up for a little bit of discussion, and then I want you to think about other people. Jeffrey Dean Morgan just hit 51. Nothing wrong with being 51, but there are people who, 18, 19-year-olds who treat him like he's 21, 22. He's viewed differently than if somebody just met him because he's a star on television. No, I'm not, Larma. Don't even put words in my mouth. I'm not even reading your comment. I'm responding to someone else's thought on that. So we're going to read a few of those comments. What's up, Trevor? Good to see you. Probably even never see, and that's what I'm thinking a little bit. Abraham's a funny dude, but if you walked up and met Abraham at a 7-Eleven, are you going to think twice about it? So if they weren't stars, how would your reaction be to people who are playing these roles? So Lindsay Luke says Jeffrey doesn't look like he's 51. I'm going to disagree with you. I think he looks more than 51. I mean, he's got a pretty full gray beard there. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, to me, he looks 51. Maybe even 55. I'm okay with him being 55. But the writers do a lot of justice to some of these. Same thing. There you go. Eugene. Josh McDermott's another one. So Carl's like, I would come up and, yeah. Hey, Great Dane says Abraham is a cool dude. Lindsay, I'd probably chit-chat with a few. And see, that's a little bit of my thought process because, I was thinking about this. We post the pictures, and I've seen, some of the reaction. A lot of people have been posting pictures of Christian Serratos lately, and she's good looking. Is she, and let me ask this to the ladies, is she drop dead gorgeous? I'm going to say she's good looking. The actress who plays Cindy's good looking. Is she drop? No, she's not. She's attractive, but I think her role is going to, it kicks it up a notch. Like, to me, she's more attractive on The Walking Dead than somebody posted a pool picture of her. And I'm just saying, beauty is, beauty is going to be perceived differently. Good point. Good point. Great Dane's like, yes, she is. All I know is that Saturday night, I was up at MGM, and there were a whole lot of women that were better looking than Christian Serratos. I'm just a lot of good looking people up there. So she's cute. There you go, ETZ mom. She's cute, but she's not saying like, wow, it's just knocking me. Shani D says she's cute. So I'm getting a lot of she's cute. I'm not getting unbelievable, just crazy beautiful. Okay. These are based on some of your comments. So we're going to transition. Jamie Jordan, and that's exactly, and it's all in bold. See, I love that. Star power makes them noticed. So I'm gonna transition a little bit, and it was tragic. So I don't know if you guys are big Happy Days fans. So Aaron Moran, who played Joni on Happy Days, Joni Loves Chachi. You see this in the news, and I'm not going to make this too political, but the first thing that I saw when she passed away a couple days ago, was it yesterday or was it a couple days ago? The media's just blowing up, and they said it was a drug overdose. And the first thing is, she was on television. And there's people that have, every day, normal people, right? People you know, people in your community. And we blow it up because we grew up with them, or we saw them on TV, or we watched something along those lines. And then today, an article came out and said, nope, it wasn't drugs. It was stage 4 cancer. Wait a minute. How do you go from coming up with something that is just completely off base, that someone died from an overdose, to an innocent thing like cancer that she had no control over? Because she's on television, you have the right, exactly, stage 4 cancer. But because she's on television, these, paparazzi, whoever, the media is, they have to get out there and just create some dirt or some image because she was famous. Crazy stuff. So, I don't know. Fame is not all it's cut out to be. It's something people are just going to have to carry around. So, all right, we're going to transition because I got a little bit morbid in a hurry. So, not here to talk about death and looks. We will talk about looks a little bit later on. Surviving zombies. For whatever reason, the last couple days, I've been thinking about how would you survive a zombie apocalypse. I know Moody Girl, she's got like, Moody, what do you have in that bag? She's got like these bags in case anything ever happens. She just fills this stuff up and it's good to go. I don't have that. I'm not that prepared. So what I would like to do is think about how are you going to how are you going to survive a zombie apocalypse? At first, I really like the idea of Fear the Walking Dead. I'm thinking, let's get on a boat. And these writers, man, they threw me a curve when they started making zombies and walkers that could walk around in the water. That's just not supposed to be possible. You know, Nick's down there swimming, and he's under like what, a little boat that's capsized, and then these walkers are attacking him. Well, I guess they're not walkers, they're swimmers. The swimmers are attacking him. But we're going to put on our thinking caps here. I got a plan. Melanie's all right, I'll get to my plan in a minute. Melanie says, my uncle has a bunch of guns in a safe. Oh, well, I guess that's one way. But you're going to run out of ammunition eventually. Michelle M. says, get some Twinkies. Isn't that what they had in Die Hard? Where he bit into the Twinkie? All right, so Moody Girl has 72 hours worth of food for 5, a med kit, and other things for protection. 72 hours worth of food. Let's see. See, a giant boat. Head for an island. Yeah, but see, Clown Dust, if you head for an island, eventually they're going to make it through the water. Maria says, I would die right now. I don't have any food in my kitchen. Don't have guns. My house isn't safe. I would lock myself up. Wow. That's pretty descriptive. You're done. You're out of it. Steph Richardson's like, screw it. I'm going to Disney World. You know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to be happy. I'm just going to go out swinging. Jamie Jordan is going to strap on some Bigfoot tires. Okay, wait a minute. So, Stax, you have this survival kit. How many people have survival kits? All right. I'm going to continue to read your comments. But you got to have a master plan. Sadly, most of you people are going to be devoured by zombies. It's just going to happen. I can see it. You're not ready to survive. I, on the other hand, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be like Rick freaking Grimes. Oh man, I see a lot of Shanes out there. I see a lot of Tyreses out there. I see a lot of Herschels out there. You guys, you're not prepared. And I don't know why Rick and Group doesn't do this. So you have a hilltop. Okay, I get that. But you have Alexandria. You've got flat ground on the way to D.C. You got Georgia. Georgia's pretty flat. You've got the beach, the ocean. But where is the one place that these guys and girls have not fortified yet? Tommy, you're going to Atlantic City. Well, you better call me because we're going to go up to, where is it, Brigada? Let's go to Brigada. Shanny D, you do not have 2 katanas. Seriously. They better be like plastic katanas. All right, so no, Walmart is not the place I'm thinking about. You can't go to Walmart, Clown Dust. Everybody's going to Walmart. Nottingham Castle? No. Oh, Steph, there it is. Sin Miller. There you go. You got it. You hit the nail on the head. Sin Miller, that's where I'm going. No, it's not an army base. Everybody goes to army base. The mountains, people. There you go. Carmen Trance is on board. I'm fine in Montana. Montana, you got some mountains up there. You need to go to some cold mountains. Well, maybe not super cold because you're going to run out of food. And you can't carry all the food up there. These walkers, one thing they are not doing, I can promise you. They're swimming. They're walking. They're doing all this stuff. They ain't rock climbing. Exactly. Rebecca from Texas. They can't climb cliffs. Why is it that Rick, Daryl, all of these people have not thought of this? No, no, Tobin, it's not an abandoned island. Abandoned island, eventually they're going to float up to you. It's the mountain. So if you want to survive it, you got to start preparing for that right now. West Virginia, almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah. The Shenandoah River is not safe. Don't go there. But the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, all of that stuff, find yourself some mountains. That's the way you survive the zombie apocalypse. Now I want to see Kirkman and Gimple and Nicotero and the whole gang tell me how you're going to fight that one off. Exactly. And if you pick the right mountains, you can grow crops. So maybe there are some groups surviving somewhere up in the mountains that are a little smarter than Rick and a little smarter than Nick and a little smarter than both groups on both coasts. Yeah, Steph, you ain't getting to Mount Everest. You're talking different continents. Meet me in Montana. Is that a song? Rial? It sounds like a song. Meet me in Montana. If it's not, it should be. I feel like that's a country song. Meet me in Montana. All right, I'm going to have to look it up. No. Yeah, huge garden. Okay, Alexander Worthman says, what about food? There's food in the mountains. In fact, there's probably more food in the mountains. You know why there's more food in the mountains? This is so stupidly simple. I'm going to ask the question to the group. Okay, group, why is there more food in the mountains? Let's see who gets it first. Ryan Worcester says, up in a mountain cause many complications. I want to hear them. Type them. Let's hear the complications. Okay, we know. Because the animals are smarter than the people. The animals are in the mountains and nobody's eating them. They're not walker food because there's no walkers in the mountains. That's my answer. Yeah, and you got the water kind of like flowing off the side. Find yourself like some natural spring water. You can have a little bit of everything. I'm just gonna research like what type of food is more predominant on mountains. Wild game, less people. Animals, wild veggies, probably got some grapes. I don't know. Grapes grow in the mountains? Probably. Okay. Anyway, I figured we would talk about, I don't know why this has kind of been on my mind for last couple days. Somebody brought it up in a chat, and I just want to talk about it. Like, that's the way you survive. If you're really into this and you think this is well, if you think this is potentially going to happen, you probably need more help than me. But if it were to happen, there you go. There's your hypothetical. Because I think somebody said, where are we going to meet if something happens? So I'm just going to call it right now. Somewhere in the Blue Ridge Mountains. West Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina. If you guys are in Oklahoma or Texas, you're probably in pretty bad shape. I don't know if you're going to make it across the Mississippi. Moody Girl has a handbook. We're going to have to see this handbook. So cherry trees in front of a mountain home. All right. Fruit equals wine. Oh, I see. Yeah, your only fear would be making your own wine and getting drunk and falling off a mountain. That would probably be worse. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess there are other dangers. All right, we're going to move on to a couple more topics. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, any topics you want to talk about. We will jump around. But technology takeover. This is going to be a little bit off the wall. This is random. But yeah, We were singing Little John Denver. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. So, tech takeover. This week it was announced that Apple is getting into the driverless car game. So they had to apply for a permit in California, DMV. And they're like the 20th company, I think, that's trying to make driverless cars. And I can definitely see the benefit to a driverless car. I mean, think about it. You're out there. You know, Tesla's already doing it. But cheaper than a limousine. Don't have to pay for an Uber. Insurance rates probably going to be jacked up just a little bit. But the question that I have for you is, if you start to think about technology, I'm not talking about a stove to a microwave or a dial-up phone to a smartphone. Well, maybe a smartphone. What technology do you see starting to be those live without things? Just kind of curious. This is maybe from my knowledge. And here's part of it. The Oculus Rift came out last year, and I thought, this is technology I can't live without. I got to put this thing on, and okay, it's got good stuff. And it sort of immerses you into it. You know, the difference between AR and VR. You know, AR is like Pokemon, where you can just do overlays on stuff. VR, you're completely surrounded by it. So, you know, I fired it up, last, I don't know, summer when I was playing it a little bit. And it's pretty cool. I mean, you're there, and you're sitting around, you look around, it's like you have your own fireplace, your own stream running through your, you know, middle of your mansion, all of those things. So, my question is, I mean, and I'm not talking about basic computers. What type of technology are you looking forward to? One of the Mark Zuckerberg mentioned at the F8 conference that you know, they see the future being smart glasses, where you can turn around and look at a barcode. Okay, you're walking through whatever, Toys R Us, grocery store, and you want to know how much something cost. So you look at it, and all of a sudden, it's AR, not VR. So it just beams to your glasses, so you can just sort of read it. I mean, that happens. But does anybody see a problem with that? Phones, tablets. Some people say they would not miss technology. I guess my question, Rial, do you have a smartphone? And how often do you check your messages? How often do you play app games? Holograms, time travel? No, I mean, holograms I see, time travel, I'm not going to say it's impossible. It just doesn't seem likely. You know, they're saying that the smartwatch can be used as a health device. I mean, I have an Apple Watch right now, and I love Apple, but I don't really do anything with it. So I'm hoping that some layers happen. We are dependent on tech, but it's just kind of like a regular watch. You know, I get messages, like if a kick message or something pops up on my phone, I can see that. It's just kind of small, and sometimes you're not in a condition to read it. Exactly. Great Dane is like, I'm on my phone right now. I'm hearing you. Okay, here. Let me give you where I'm going with this, with the tech takeover. So conceivably, does that not scare anybody at least a little bit? So right now, I'm not trying to make everybody go like, you know, Edward Snowden or anything, like super paranoid. But there's smart cameras, smartphones everywhere. You walk down, somebody's filming you. You've seen all this, you know, stuff with the airlines. Obviously, there's good to it, but when something like that happens, like United Airlines, then there's a whole lot of people after that pull out their phones and they want to record something happening. Like they want the next big event, sadly. So the problem with these smart glasses is now when somebody holds up their phone, you can see it. But when these glasses start to become more and more stylish, everything's going to be recorded at all times. Not only can you look at something and get a barcode, But couple that with facial recognition. Now, imagine this. You got your smart glasses on, you're sitting at a bar, and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah, let me buy you a drink, blah, 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 blah." What do you do? I'm a doctor. And you look at him with these little smart glasses. It does facial recognition. It says, blah, 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 works at, I'm not going to call anybody out because if I say they work at Wendy's, somebody in my stream's going to say, "Hey, you hate people working at Wendy's." So I'm not even going to bring it up. Anyway, you get the gist of it. You look at them, does facial recognition, and you realize that, yeah, they're not who you think they are. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, don't you figure the average person probably lies at least several times a day, and now all of a sudden, it's going to be straightforward. You come in late for work, your boss is wearing these glasses, and, "Hey, why are you late for work?" "Had a flat tire." You know, they can probably check you out and check your pulse, and they're lying. You know, it's like biorhythms, all of these things. So that's the tech takeover I think that's a little bit scary. Even to a degree where, you know what, just a few years ago, it was happy hour, right? People would go out, they sit at Applebee's or Fridays and do their thing. Just not happening anymore. These restaurants or tech is killing those types of industries. Stack says it's a good thing. Moody Girl says no privacy whatsoever. I mean, you have drones flying over your house. Tommy Mack, very, very bad. So, and that's what I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing, you know, it just seems like this extreme invasion of privacy, but we're getting more and more comfortable with it. And Jamie's like, "Liar, liar, pants on fire. I knew you weren't a lawyer." And then I'm out. It is. It's like mind reading. And there are going to be a lot of parallels that we're going to draw here. You'll see that we'll come up with one theme and then I'll circle it back for a little bit. So we talked earlier about the media and how the media needs a story. I think a couple of people said, you know, a lot of times they make things up to have a story. So technology coupled with the media is a real dangerous combination. Here's why. Because it feeds corruption. As I mentioned before, let's take a person that trades stocks. And in the past, if you wanted to buy a stock, you'd have to call your broker and, you know, they give you a little bit of information. They say, "Hey, I think the financials are coming out, blah, 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 blah. What do you want to do? You want to buy, you want to sell." That's not the way it works anymore. Now, you have a smartphone. An article pops up on your phone. You have a day trading account. And it says, Facebook streams live video of someone being shot. And you know what happens? Right after that hits the news mainstream, Facebook stock drops. People see the news and they react to it. So things that used to take hours now happen in minutes. And it fuels the media, which is why a lot of these articles are regurgitated. So you know there's incentive for you to do it, which leads into fake news. So the more fake news there is, it controls emotions. You guys know how all that works. So that's my problem with tech takeover. It's like the more we want it, you can't really stop it from happening, the scarier and scarier it is. If we go cashless, it's going to be Bitcoin. So Moody Girl says, "One thing tech is doing is killing our compassion. Everyone wants to film dramas." And it is. It does. I agree with that. Bree says, "Liars suck. People can't handle the truth. They need..." Okay, yes, but people should also be incented to tell the truth without having somebody's glasses pointing at them in order to force them to be honest. That would be my thought. Later, Harley Quinn. Thank you for popping in. Watch the playback. All right, so we've been kind of some super serious topics tonight. It is random things, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. We got to get to some laid back, low-key topics. Melanie wants to know, do you think there will be a time jump in Season 9 to The Walking Dead? I do think there will be a time jump at some point. Season 9 seems appropriate. I could see that. Let's see. Technology is also making us stupid. You know, it is. I love when we abbreviate like words or use other words that have the same amount of letters. But I mean, a lot of us do rely on spell check. You know, you just type it and then whatever it looks like, it looks and just bam, bam, hit a couple keys. It is a little sloppy. Grimes Girl says, tech is ruining the now in real life. Yeah, I could see that. All right, some good back and forth with that. So we're going to talk a little bit about Walking Dead, but I do want to get to a couple other topics. So we know the filming is going on, this week, right? So we'll have some spoilers. Got a few pictures out there. So we'll start to discuss The Walking Dead full steam ahead. Look for some stuff this week. Teresa Brown's like, my 3-year-old already knows how to work a cell phone. That is unbelievable. Yeah, like KFC used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Or International House of Pancakes. IHOP. Or Federal Express went to FedEx. I mean, it's just, yeah, everything is just abbreviation. I'm just going to put some closure on tech, though, as much as I talk about. I love it. I love it. I'm just going full steam ahead. I just want to have a topic conversation to talk about. But yeah, I'm not intimidated by any of it. I know it violates a lot of stuff, and we are worried about our privacy, and it is a little bit spooky, but it's exciting to me as well. You can just kind of clap, and the lights come on. Or, hey Siri, close the blinds. Boom, blinds are closed. Oh, hang on. I just said that, and my phone just started like, what do you want to know? Don't ever say, hey Siri, when your phone's within talking distance, because it will pull up. I just said that, and then whatever, like a whole sentence just typed in my phone. Yeah, had to whisper it. She's listening. Just reading through some of the stuff. All right, we are going. Did it? So everybody's Siri just went off when I was talking. I shouldn't have said it so loud. Yeah, and it's a little creepy, isn't it, Ethan? Like Siri is always listening to what we say. All right, I am going to transition to a little bit of music. I know the other day we were talking about just a whole lot of songs. People were mentioning, I think it was Prince that came up. And we were doing a little bit of reflecting and brainstorming. And it's like you see some of these albums, and like every song on the album is good. What happened to that? Did musicians get greedy and they made like 10, 15 good songs, and now they said, you know what? Let's only release 2 good ones on this one, 2 good ones on this one. Now I know if you guys are diehard fans, you're going to hear average songs and think that they're good songs, but they're not. It's not. It's just because you like them. But like each album legitimately probably only has these days 1, 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky, good songs. But if you go back and look at other albums, it was, what were we talking about? I think somebody's talking about the Beastie Boys or something. The Beastie Boys had a lot of good songs, and they just put them all on one album. Michael Jackson had a lot of good songs, Thriller, and it was all on one album. Well, and then the next one was all good too. But He could have taken Thriller and made like, what, 15 albums in today's type of albums? Imagine that. If Michael Jackson would have broke down Thriller, it'd have been 10 years worth of music. So what I want to ask you, and one time, Dark Side of the Moon, right? The lunatic is on the grass. Yeah, brain damage. Yeah, brain damage, money. Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. So think about an album, and if you call out some album, and it's some cheesy album, has one good song, I'm going to say something to you. Think about an album right now I want to hear where you think every song on the album was good. The Wall was good top to bottom, right? Watch it with the movie. I mean, Another Brick in the Wall, Comfortably Numb. One of My Turns, probably one of my favorite. Day after day, my love turns gray like the skin on the dying man. Great song. All right, so did you just type La Bamba? Wait. We're talking about Michael Jackson and Pink Floyd, and Nate Bugg just put Richie Valens' La Bamba. Whew. Okay. All right. Pyromania. There you go. Def Leppard. Let's reel it back in, everybody. Let's reel it back in. Zeppelin. Okay. A lot of people, right? Jay-Z, The Blueprint. I'm gonna give you that. Eagles, Hotel California. You know, the Eagles were another band, yes. Well, hang on. See, I might be falling victim to what I was talking about because I like the Eagles. Billy Joel, same thing. I'm not saying Richie Valens wasn't good. I'm just saying that I don't think Richie Valens' album is chock full of hits. I mean, besides La Bamba, what do you got? Donna? Ooh, Don. I mean, other than those two, give me another Richie Valens song that's on there. Nicole says Third Eye Blind. Doot, 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 doot. Van Halen. Christoph just went Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. The Marshall Mathers LP. There you go. I like where you guys are going with this. Jake, Elvis Presley's greatest hits. You can't use a greatest hits. A greatest hits obviously is going to be greatest hits. That's a bad example. The Beatles. Luca's like, whatever album Easy Street was on. Yeah, they had a ton full of hits. Dr. Feelgood. You know, I have to see what all's on Dr. Feelgood. I mean, obviously I know Dr. Feelgood. Smoking in the Boys' Room, I guess that was on there, maybe. Kiss is another good example. Okay, P-Stub, I definitely. But here's the question I'm going to ask. I said the Eagles, and I said Kiss as well. So if you're not a Kiss fan, are we saying Kiss because we like that music, but would the general public look at those and say, those are hits, like Detroit Rock City, Dr. Love? Is the general person that's not a Kiss fan going to look at those songs and really appreciate how good they are? That'd be my question. No. Lindsay, I am not giving you Twisted Sister. Come on. Twisted Sister, that would be like Cinderella or Quiet Riot. Okay, you get one, maybe two. Give me 3 good Twisted Sister songs on an album, on one album. And I'm going to say, in order to qualify this where every song rocks, let's vote now. Let's meet our criteria. So in order for us to say the album is more than a one-hit wonder, How many good hit songs would you say an album has to have? 3? Could we agree 3 or more? See, you got some of you guys you're typing your favorites. It can't just be your favorites. It's got to be something. Bruce Springsteen, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 of his albums, not all of them. Queen, some Queen albums, yes. A couple Queen albums, no. As much as you may like Queen, you may like Freddie Mercury. I'm not saying that every album they rolled out was a hit. Whitesnake, no. White Lion, no. White Tiger, no. No, no, no. You're not. They're not hit albums. 2 good songs. All right, so look, I'm seeing 3, 5, 4. Okay. All right, okay, let's say 4. If it's 4, you ain't getting no White Lion. It ain't going to happen. You ain't getting Queensryche. Give me 4 good Queensryche songs that everybody in this chat would say, wow, I know all 4 of those. They're awesome. you guys crack me up. Scribe, you have a Kiss tattoo? Very nice, very nice. And believe me, I am not hating Freddie. I love Freddie Mercury. But I'm just saying, Slipknot, no. Not going to give it to you. For Slipknot fans, there's some good songs on there. I don't know if a Slipknot album had 4 hit songs. You got to give me 4 hit songs. I mean, according to you, I didn't make up the rules. You guys just made up the rules. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. I can appreciate Meatloaf. I don't know that there's people here that would say the Meatloaf album has 4 hit songs on it. I was even willing to lower it down to 3. Okay, here, let me help you guys with this. The Bee Gees, Saturday Night Fever. Even if you're not a Bee Gees fan, even if you never heard the Bee Gees before, and you go back and historically look up songs from Saturday Night Fever, like Staying Alive, More Than a Woman, How Deep Is Your Love, there's probably 8 to 10 songs on there that you could look at their record sales and say, whoa, this is one of the greatest selling records of all time. That is an album that is chock full of hits. Fall Out Boy, I would say one of Fall Out Boy's album probably qualified with that. Not all of them. Like I said, I could lower the criteria down to 3 to make it a little bit easier. But if you're going to give me Slipknot and say Blue October, no. I'll give you Blue October. I'm going to give you 2 hit songs off there. You're not getting 4. Beach Boys. Beach Boys, definitely. ELO, definitely. ELO, let's see, Telephone, I mean, you know, Don't Bring Me Down, Evil Woman. Yeah, I mean, you could throw some songs out there. ELO would qualify. Journey, give you Journey. You know, I rock maybe Reba McEntire. I mean, she was great. I wasn't a Reba McEntire fan, so I can't tell you. But if there were 4 songs on there, absolutely. Probably Rod Stewart. There's a couple Rod Stewart albums. But can't think of like all of them right now. Pet Shop Boys, no. Mellow Cooper, we're not giving you 4 hit songs on a Pet Shop Boys album. What was even a Pet Shop Boys song? Didn't they only have like 1? Eastern Girls, Western Boys, something like that. I don't know. Metallica, yes. Prince, yes. I'm agreeing with you. Madonna, absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. You know what? As Patricia, as bad as I'd hate to agree with you, I'm going to say yes. Backstreet Boys. I would say the Backstreet Boys would qualify as a hit album. P-Stub, Blue Oyster Cult. I don't know if we can get 4. Probably get 3. You got what? Don't Fear the Reaper, Godzilla, Burning for You. A 4th one? Fleetwood Mac Rumors? Yes, definitely. Oh, Alanis Morissette? Yes. See, I'll give you that. Because I think there were probably Jagged Little Pill, there were probably 4, 5 songs on there that when the album... Now, here's the problem. What she probably should have done is extended some of those hits. See, she should have played it like they do today. Put 1 song on there, 2 songs on there, and then release another album. Which she did, but she should have saved a little bit. Soundgarden? Yes. Give you Soundgarden. U2 Joshua Tree? Absolutely. You get a double thumbs up for that. No doubt about it. Hit album. Jay-Z The Blueprint? Of course. Creedence Clearwater Revival? Definitely. Aerosmith? I'm with you. The Black Keys? No. Not giving you Black Keys, Moody Girl. I'll give you 2 songs from the Black Keys. But I'm not going to say there's... To a Black Keys fan, yes. But to a general music lover, don't think they're going to say, okay, they got 4 great songs on there. Ooh, Nickelback. I'm going to have to go back and reflect on Nickelback. I'm thinking only 3 songs on a Nickelback album. I'm not sure. Hall & Oates? Yes. Nirvana? No doubt. Nirvana probably had... Hang on. I don't want to get sucked into it. I gotta remember my own rules here. I would say, though, there's 2 or 3 Nirvana albums that would qualify as hits. That if non-Nirvana fans were to look at the record sales and to look at the songs and the rankings, I think you could find that. So one thing I'll tell you is this group... Kale says smile. Dr. J, The Chronic? Absolutely. You don't even need to ask that. That's automatic. Bon Jovi? Yes. I'm not going to say I'm a fan, but I'm going to say Bon Jovi, absolutely. Foo Fighters. Okay. Now you got a real sensitive topic here because I'm a Foo Fighters fan. There are several albums that I would say, no, they don't have 4 hits. But there are a couple that I would give you Foo Fighters, for real. But there's a couple, there's only 1 or 2 good songs on those. But they have several albums. They spaced it out a little bit. Exactly. Great Dane is like, why did no one say Police? See, Police, once again, they did it wrong. They had a couple albums that had a ton of hits on them. They should have spaced them out. So it's like a catch-22. You want these albums that every song is great, but then you realize that some of these people have staying power. They just didn't do it. And somebody mentioned Guns N' Roses earlier, like Appetite for Destruction. But then I don't know if you ever bought. If you did, I feel bad for you. The Spaghetti Incident. Worst album in the history of albums by Guns N' Roses. So to go from just being completely amazing with every song. Guns N' Roses was, well, they're like Nirvana. Any song they did, people were just going to eat it up. And then once it kind of went downhill, the Spaghetti Incident was terrible. So... Sade, no. Not from an album standpoint. Let's see, who else we got here? Temptations. I could tell you, a couple Temptation songs as far as I'm sure. I mean, Temptations are probably going to qualify with that. Green Day, yes. Green Day had a couple albums, I would say albums were hits. But I would say the last couple, no. So they're kind of a mixed bag. Smashing Pumpkins would be kind of in that category with me. Poison, yeah. Well, Poison, I would say one album would qualify under that. Every rose has its thorn, talk dirty to me, all of those things. Jimmy Buffett, I don't know. Buffett was great, but could we get an album with 4 hits off a Buffett album? I'm not talking about 4 that we wouldn't like to sit on our flip-flops and step on a pop top and drink some margaritas, but Cheeseburger in Paradise, and I don't think a Buffett album would qualify with 4. Panic at the Disco, no. Really? Patricia, you're going to tell me Panic at the Disco would have an album that had 4 hit songs? Give them to me. I want to hear. It's 9 in the afternoon. No, it's not going to be 4 songs. To the Panic at the Disco lover, yes. It'll be a hit album for you. To the normal person, no. Okay. We've, see, music, we just get so impassioned with music. I'm going to have to go back and listen to playback because a lot of great comments there. Warrant Cherry Pie, no. You guys are killing me. I'm going to repeat the rules again. Linkin Park, yeah, maybe 1 album. All right. We are going to transition. I got several topics. We're not even going to get to all of them. But the 5th one that's up there is something that Maria brought up at one of the chats the other day. And these are, buzzwords. You see where I just went with that? Buzzwords. Bee vomit and glucose. Yeah, it just kind of hit me. Just some of the words that are out there. We talked about, see how this goes full circle? We talked about technology making us lazy. We also have once again started to make up words to mean other things. And we got to watch this because it can get a little bit crazy with some of the what was the other one she mentioned? Romantic rabbit. So I just got to know, first of all, have you guys ever heard of these things before? Am I just out of the loop here? Bee vomit and glucose is a term of endearment. And I just don't feel endeared if someone were to refer to me as anything that has to do with vomit. Glucose, maybe. Romantic rabbit, So, just throw this out there for all of you. Do you have a name similar to this that you are either referred to as or refer to someone else as? I don't want to hear the standard one. Honey, babe, sugar, sugar pie, honey. No. Give me a term of endearment, something that you've heard that might be similar to this, and you just found it. Wow, everybody's like, what? Maybe Maria just made it up. You are one romantic rabbit. I've heard of a wascally wabbit. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the. Yeah, I see that too. Bay, I don't like it. Freeze like, what better way to say I love you than bee vomit? Call me that. Stay on the couch. That's great. That's ETZ mom. Yeah, I think Bay kind of it's lost its luster. There you go. That is very affectionate. Lindsay Luke says her husband calls her poo head. Tommy McCandless is referred to as sweet ass. Tommy, if I ever meet you, I'm going to call you sweet ass. You've already thrown it down. I don't get some of this stuff. This is great. What up, dork? That works. Cheddar Bay biscuits. Sweetness. Isn't that a song by Jimmy Eat World? If you're listening, whoa, whoa. Nobody put Jimmy Eat World, although I would say that would not be a hit album. I'm going to get you guys thinking about music again. Pumpkin. Okay. What's up, Pumpkin? And from now on, I want you guys to all refer to Tommy McCandless as sweet ass. It's just going to stick. When I do a shout out every time, I'm just going to call him that. I'm so unfocused right now. It's it's going to be there forever. Pebbles. Bam Bam and Pebbles. I like that. Just my name. Um, yeah, I don't know what to sing at this point. Everybody I know calls me Kills. They just shorten it, which is a little odd, if you're walking around with some of your friends and people don't know it's a gamer tag and they say, "What's up, Kills?" Yeah, it rolls off the tongue, but when you're around strangers, you probably think I'm some kind of psychopath. Sweet Cheeks. There you go. You know what? I've not had a single kickstart. I'm I'm pausing. I'm just reading. And you know what? I'm going to save some of these topics for the next stream. I got a ton of stuff that we're going to talk about. And just the last thing I'm going to ask, and I'll read a couple comments. And it's all right. We're going to shift here. Hey, those are good things to be called. Last topic, and I'll do some shout outs. I want to know, just really quickly, everybody plays games. Whether it's a video game, whether it's a PlayStation, PS4, I was talking about Oculus Rift, virtual reality, all of those things, app games, board games, Monopoly, Life, Scruples, any of the above. I want to know what your go-to game is. You got to pick one game right now. It can be a board game, it can be playing Hearts, it can be playing Solitaire, whatever. Pick one game for me right now. I want to know what is your go-to game, and I will tell you my go-to game. So here we go. Last topic of the day, really, really quickly, and then we are going to do some shout-outs. We're going to wrap this thing up because an hour flies by like unbelievable. We don't even have commercial breaks in here. Do you imagine? These guys on Walking Dead, they only film 30 minutes worth of content and 30 minutes worth of commercials. We have to do these streams and talk about topics for an hour, and you turn around and it's like it is done. So just want to do a few call-outs here. So Trevor Grimm is GTA 5. Stacks the Box Breaker says Call of Duty Zombies. Clash of Clans is Joey Price. Facebook Candy Crush Real. Sims, Lindsay Luke is playing Sims. Michonne Grimes, N64 Mario, very nice. Rebecca's playing Solitaire. Sin Miller playing Spades. Steph Richards playing Pickup Stick. Mad Mobile for sweet-ass Tommy McCandless. Mella Cooper is playing SimCity. Shalak is Clash Royale. Jamie Jordan is Pirate Island. Family Farm, ETZ Mom. Trenton Downing, 2K17. Whoa, Kale says Smile. Candy Crush 2040. That's some serious leveling you got going on. Jake Metcalf's playing Simpsons Tapped Out. Who else we got? Teresa Brown's playing poker. That's what I'm talking about. Some Texas Hold'em. Patricia Aggravation. Joshua Fett is on the Resident Evil 7. There you go. I Rock 6 Township. Moody Girl. Rocking the Pokemon. Angus Johnson NBA 2K. A for the Win is playing The Walking Dead. Tobin McLeod's playing baseball. There you go. Shani D, Road to Survival. Hey, nothing wrong with playing poker. I love it. And what else we got? Jamie Jordan, Super Nintendo Mario All-Stars. Just like to know the crowd. Angus, you can't play everything. A go-to game means one game. But he's playing FIFA also. Subway Surfer for Jim McGuire. And that is it. We are going to transition over. Thanks to everyone. Appreciate all the feedback. This is The Walking Dead and Random Things. We have a couple nights a week we talk about Walking Dead. Tonight, we'll throw a comment or two out there, but it's mostly about topics that you guys want to talk about. Send me messages at KILZHOT if there's something you'd like to discuss for next week. I still got a list of topics we didn't get to cover. We're going to move into the shout-outs. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Also, special shout-out to Peace Dove, newest sponsor on the Patreon channel. So appreciate all the support as well there too. So just want to say what's up to everybody. If you guys have not slapped the like button, will you slap the like button for Tommy, sweet-ass McCandless? Otherwise, he's going to have something to say about it. Harley Quinn is playing Zelda. Here we go. Shout-out time. Maria Verdugo, thank you for being here. Street Boy J, playing the Division. Want to give a shout-out to you. Moody Girl, Indy Jones, what is up? Who else we got? Patricia Chisholm, thanks for your participation, your comments. I know I was rough on you guys with some of your album suggestions. It's okay. You can disagree with me. I can disagree with you. But we got to have, you guys set the rules. But it's all good in the end. Storm3851, shout out to you. Peace Dove, once again. Shanny D, want to say what's up to you. Drake at Vlogs. P. Diddy, what's up? A for the win. Kel says smile. Grimes Girl, what's going on? Shout out to the 999 Army. Who else we got here? Israel Marion, Kelly G, Trevor Grimm, Mella Cooper. I'm going to get some of you guys twice because the screen's just rolling. Joshua Fett, what's going on? Josh, Kristen, thank you for being here. Great Dane is looking at me right through my window, literally. Dude is looking right through me. Ephraim Campbell, I think, hopefully I got your name right. Kathy Joe, thank you for being here, Kathy Joe. Alexandria Bates, I'll get you a comic book reading tomorrow night. Not tonight, ain't going to happen. Sin Miller, thank you. Emmy Bacon, thank you for being here. And who else we got? If I miss you in a shout-out, which I will inevitably miss some people, when this stream goes live, just get over, leave a comment or two. Watch the playback, too. So if you guys get a chance, just go back and listen to some of the wild stuff we talk about. It's kind of crazy listening to it twice. ETZ Mom, thanks for being here. Carl Jordan, what's up, CJ? Working Dead, appreciate you being here. Jamie Jordan, part of the ladies of the 999. JJ, thank you for being here. Who else we got here? I'm trying to hit everybody. Teresa Brown, my poker partner. We're going to have to play some Texas Hold'em. Thanks for being here, Teresa. Hopefully I mentioned my mods, Moody Girl, Bree Thompson. I think I did. Oh, Michelle Yang. Michelle Yang enters when everybody else is leaving. Go figure. What's up, Michelle? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll watch the live stream. Turbinate Bug 90, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Nicole Engel, thank you for being here, Nicole. Appreciate the support. Fallout. Jill McGuire, Matt Marion. He said, missed his ex-wife, but his aim's starting to get better. Oh, now I see why she's your ex-wife. Lindsay Luke, thank you for being here. Weird Walking Dead Theories, thank you for being here as well. Awesome, awesome group. Rebecca from Texas. I'm probably doubling up all my shout-outs. It's okay. Yep, it's the end. Like Jim Morrison would say. Oh, none of you got, nobody mentioned the Doors. Really. We went through 30 years worth of albums and not one person typed the Doors. I'm speechless right now. I don't even know what to say. Come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? And a special shout out to Tommy, sweet ass, McCandless. All right, everybody, thank you. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Stay tuned. There'll be some comic book readings tomorrow night and Wednesday for the Wednesday Walkers section. Oh, iRock did mention the Door. You know what? Okay, I just completely looked over it. I was oblivious to it. But yes, the Doors would definitely qualify as having a hit album. Thanks once again, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Get over when this video goes live. Leave some comments. Lots of good stuff. Peace.